Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is Caroline. I am a coach here at Create Your Future. So, this week I'm going to bring up the topic on how to stop overthinking, how to stop spiraling out of control with thoughts that drag you at the opposite end of what you want to manifest. Okay, so it has been a question that I heard a lot this week, so I figured I'm going to address it today and discuss some of the tools you can use to stop spiraling out of control. All right, before we start, I just want to remind you that we are giving away a free course on how to identify your blocks and overcome them fast. You will find the description in the box below, as well as all the links if you desire to coach with me. I'm available for one-on-one video coaching. By the way, if you ever need a session and you don't see a day or a time that suits you available, don't hesitate to send an email to our receptionist and request a time. There's been occasions when I was able to accommodate clients, so go ahead, don't hesitate, and send us an email. You will also find in the box below the links for the pre-recorded hypnosis tracks that you can purchase individually or in bundles. And I have another 20 titles of affirmation tracks, thought transmission, and rampages. The last rampage has been a big hit. A lot of people are loving it, so please check everything out. It's all on the website. I have received very good feedback from clients who enjoyed the tracks, because not only they are at a very affordable price, they are very helpful to keep you aligned with one specific topic, repeating in your mind 100 to 200 affirmations, expanding your mind on many ways to express what you want to manifest. YouTube gives you also the option to play them on a loop. So if you choose to do so, or only once, whatever you want. I have many clients who tell me that they actually enjoy falling asleep to the tracks, so they play them on the loop, and it soothes them. It gives them like some comfort on the one topic, and then they bring with them that feeling of coming from the affirmations with them into their sleep, often dreaming about what they've been affirming. And that's also an indication in your dreams that you are, on this reality, meaning you're manifesting it. That this is where your subconscious mind was last on, and therefore, this is what is being pushed out. So yeah, the use of those affirmation tracks or the thought transmission is just to keep you in that habit of thinking that way. And what's important is to become in the habit of speaking a certain way on a specific topic. So for instance, if you want to manifest your specific person to be insanely, madly, crazy in love with you and only you, practicing thinking about your SB feeling that way towards you, repeating in your mind all those different affirmations that support that fact. It's like building a muscle at the gym. Practicing thinking a certain way eventually becomes like a natural way of thinking, right? And therefore, when you don't think that way, you will feel uncomfortable, and immediately you will correct yourself. So you are practicing a habit until it becomes second nature. This is exactly what you're doing. So I want you to really practice the art of feeling good, and I want you to practice the art of thinking thoughts that gives you satisfaction. The more you practice, it's like anything in life, right? The better you become at it. You practice, you become better. And then it becomes second nature. It's part of who you are. It's a natural way of being for you. So the more you practice your affirmations, the more you practice thinking a certain way, it becomes so natural that you start reacting less and less to the undesired circumstances. it becomes natural to catch yourself thinking scary thoughts. You know what I mean? So the moment you start thinking scary thoughts, the moment you start with the anxiety, you're catching yourself because it's not your natural way of being anymore. And once you're able to catch yourself, of course, you are able to get under control all the overthinking and the paralyzing times of anxiety, right? So the more you practice your affirmations, the more you're training your brain to think in a certain manner, and the easier it will be for you to recognize when you're thinking about yourself or a situation or another person in a way that will play out against you. So it really is an art, like anything else, really like training your muscles at the gym, practicing thinking positively, practicing speaking the words of what you want to see happen in your life, right? Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to look into the scary thoughts, the negative thinking, the overthinking that takes over your entire being and takes your power away. It turns you into, a hopeless, powerless, fearful person, feeling defeated, and that's very uncomfortable. That's not where we want to be. We know it, but somehow we bring ourselves to that position from time to time, and for some people more often than really they would love to experience. So it's really crucial that we learn to get a hold of our overthinking. We get a hold of, when we are starting to spiral down, so we can bring yourself back to a comfortable place in order to then, affirm and manifest the life that we want. All right. So each and every one of you can learn how to get a hold of those thoughts, to regain your power, to feel confident, to feel safe and secure, and to know that you can absolutely enjoy your best life. So I'm going to discuss scenarios that I'm dealing with my clients, because I'm sure most of you can relate. You've studied law of assumption, you guys. I know you've watched maybe hundreds, if not more, videos, and you feel that you understand and you know the theory. Yes. But somehow, with all this, so just like most of my clients, you probably have, even though you have your daily routine, the time that you set each day to do your affirmations or your scripting or your visualization or your meditation, whatever practice you do, somehow you still get to a point sometimes where you cannot control those thoughts, and you go down that path that is so paralyzing, so scary, that cripples you with anxiety. So we don't want to do this anymore. And there are tricks, little, tricks that you can use on a daily basis or whenever it happens, to stop yourself from spiraling. So yeah, every day, you do the work. You do your law of assumption work, and then you go about your life, and one incident or one memory can trigger you, and next thing you know, starts the uncontrollable spiral of negative thinking. The thoughts that paralyze you and can bring you to tears. So what to do, how to stop them, right? So I'm going to give you some little tips on how to temporarily stop the spiraling to bring yourself back to the state of neutral. All right, so the reason why it's important to go back to a state of neutral and not affirm while you're in a state of panic, spiraling down with all your anxiety or your tears, it's because it can be counterproductive. Because the dominant feeling is often the negative one, not what you're trying to affirm to counteract your anxiety, right? So that's why I want you to go back first to a state of neutral. I mean, I have seen people bring themselves back to a happy place just by affirming robotically, sorry, that they were happy and that they were thrilled and that they were feeling amazing when they were in a state of panic. So yes, it's possible. However, I found it a little more challenging, and dealing with my clients, most of them just can't really, when they're completely spiraling, and just say, well, I'm happy, I feel great, I feel amazing. For a lot of people, that's not working. It can work, and it does work for some, but in most cases that I have witnessed, no. So first, before we reach that state of being overjoyed, we just calm ourselves down and go to that place of neutral. All right, that's why it's important to reach that stage. So I want to give you a few ideas on how you can do this, how you can bring yourself back to a state of neutral when you're so overwhelmed by your overthinking, by your spiraling, right? Number one, I would like you to recognize that you're having a spiraling moment. So basically, you talk to yourself and say, all right, I'm losing my grip on my thoughts right now. I am completely scaring myself. This is not helping. That's often when you also start questioning. So let's take our example, our specific person, SP. Well, SP did not call me right now. Well, probably SP is talking to somebody else, or many other three Ps, right? Third party. Maybe SP is not interested in me anymore because I'm not good enough. Yeah, it's true. I don't look as good as the other third parties. And anyways, I probably have said something that SP thought it was completely ridiculous and absurd and stupid. He probably think I'm the most stupid person on earth. All right, you see, guys, when you start going down that way and you convince yourself or you scare yourself with the idea that your specific person is not interested in you anymore and he thinks that you are less than nothing, all of that, you have to recognize that you are doing it yourself and it's not helping. So you kind of just at this time recognize what's going on. That's it. You recognize that you're going down that path. And that's okay because you know and you remind yourself that only you can think for yourself. And these are just thoughts, and only you can think in your head, right? Only you can think your thoughts, only you can think and manifest in your quantum bubble. So at that moment, you bring yourself back into, instead of talking about, in our example, SP being interested in everybody else but you because you're really worth nothing. Now you're thinking that you're in charge of your thoughts and why are you choosing those crazy thoughts. But anyways, just the fact that you're shifting the focus from what SP is thinking to you losing your power, recognize that at this very moment you're losing your power. It's a shift in itself, and that takes you away from those scary thoughts, and that's like a step one in the right direction. Okay, so now you tell yourself, all right, those thoughts, the one that gave me anxiety just now, that overthinking, the scary thoughts, they belong to one of the infinite realities that I do not want to experience. And I don't have to experience it. Because again, within my quantum bubble exists an infinite number of realities, right? So at that moment, you make the decision and you talk to yourself. You talk to yourself out of this anxiety moment. You tell yourself that you will choose the reality that suits you best by putting all of your awareness and all your thoughts on it. So, right now, you recognize that you're doing exactly the opposite. You're putting your awareness on an unwanted version. So, by talking to yourself back into regaining your power, just by saying to yourself, this is just a bunch of thoughts, and those thoughts are not my friends, because that's not what I want to experience. Now, awareness is not so much anymore on the scary thinking, but more on the fact that you are choosing the wrong set of thoughts. You see? So, right there, we're making a little progress in the right direction in reducing the anxiety. Okay, now, so what else can you do if you are overwhelmed by anxiety or other unsettling feelings? Again, I don't think it's best idea to go full force with the positive affirmations at this moment, but rather take a break. So, how do you take a break from your spiraling? Well, let's see. You bring your focus on something else. You're going to distract yourself temporarily. So, it could be watching something on TV, preferably something that would make you laugh, make you feel good. It could be reading a book. It could be just going outside and maybe engaging in an activity that requires your attention, or you could be helping others. You could maybe even eat something that makes you feel good. Hey, you want to eat that lollipop? Why not? At this very moment, it's a temporary break just to take you away from spiraling. I have a degree, a master's degree in marriage and family therapy, and when I studied a long time ago, I remember one of our psychology course um, was encouraging us to get up and move, and the physical activity was a way to distract our mind. So if you can't go outside, uh, if you can, great. But if not, if you stay at home, just stay at home. But you can still do some kind of physical activity. I don't know. You can get down on the floor and do some crunches. Do you do a set for of abs, or and then you count. So I'm going to do 100 crunches, or I'm going to do 100 squats, or lunges, whatever, or 50. But doing something, like a physical activity, and bring your focus on counting. So maybe, let's say, you can go outside and, for instance, you can do the jump rope. You count the jumps. Now, as you count, you cannot think of anything else, right? Because you're counting. So this breaks the pattern of the spiraling, and now we are taking the mind onto another, to something else, on this physical activity. Plus, the fact of doing the physical activity can switch around, shift the how do you call it, the balance, within the chemicals. It says, when you jump, it does release endorphins, which are associated with the increased feelings of positivity and happiness. All right, another way that you can stop yourself from spiraling out of control, it's to have a visual picture in your mind of maybe a big stop sign, or like an alert signal. And so when you start spiraling, the alert goes off, or the stop sign can pop up and cover the entire screen of your inner mind. And at that point, you remind yourself, by talking to yourself through the steps, what am I doing? Come on, what am I doing? What you doing? These are only thoughts. Those thoughts don't have any power over me. They're not going to scare me anymore. I even have a client who would like to talk to their thoughts saying, you scary thoughts are powerless. You are nothing. You are not taking over my life anymore. So again, inner conversations can be a way to focus on the fact that your power has been taken away from you, but you're not going to allow this, and this is already better than what you were thinking when you were spiraling. Hear me. These are tricks and suggestions to help you break the painful train wreck of thoughts that is going on in your mind, right? So at this point, you can also script your feelings and what's going on, because by scripting your feelings, then you're bringing yourself back into your place of neutral. Now you have to stop thinking what you're thinking, that was creating the anxiety. You have to stop and now think about how you're feeling. So you're shifting, again, your focus. And that's the trick, is to shift the focus. So now you stop and you really look into what's going on within you. And the action of looking at what is going on within you is taking away from the spiraling itself. All right? Now, as you feel the anxiety fade away, and as you feel calmer and calmer, you are now back into your place of neutral. Now, I want you to practice being in a place of neutral. A place of neutral, it means that you're not overly joyed, and you don't have to be it, because it's kind of hard to go from anxiety to being overjoyed within seconds, even though some people can do it. But at least calming the anxiety and bring yourself to a place where you feel okay. Nothing bad, nothing good yet, but just okay. Okay to be you. And then you talk to yourself again. I'm safe. I'm okay. Everything is fine. All right, you see? Okay, now it's a good time to either close your eyes or start visualizing visualizing yourself in a peaceful environment, moving forward towards what you want. Or you can also just meditate, and meditation can be just calming yourself to that state of feeling good, just being okay, by breathing in, breathing out. So you put your focus on the breathe in, breathe out slowly, all right, in the meditation. So all those techniques are to bring yourself back to the state of neutral. And once you are there, calmer, at this point you bring a good feeling. So again, it can be done through visualization or through meditation. You can listen to music that makes you feel good. You can take a bath, or even eat something that makes you feel good, or reach out to friends or a good friend. You attach that good feeling to yourself, knowing that you're safe, knowing that you're in control, and knowing that no one but you gets to think for you. And at this point, you bring back your affirmations. All right, so it sounds like this. Of course my person loves me and only me. I am the best they ever had. I am unforgettable. Of course I am. They cannot fathom a life without me. Of course they love me and only me. I am the love of their life. I know this, and I love that I am this amazing person. I love that I am in this incredible relationship right now. This is who I am. I am the person who is emotionally fulfilled because I feel so safe. I feel so good. I feel so amazing. My person is with me. My person is with me and only me, because my person loves me. My person is insanely crazy, madly in love with me and only me. And I know so because my person tells me every day. My person is by my side every day. Every single day, all day long. They tell me how much they love me and only me. I am so happy that we are together in this committed, exciting relationship. Everything is always working out for me, and it makes me feel so good. I love that I feel so good. I love how I'm feeling right now. My life is so good. You see, when you start talking like this, your entire energy shifts and you feel more than neutral. Now you feel great, you feel amazing, and that's when you keep on going with your affirmations, and you will see amazing circumstances will unfold that will be beyond what you were just simply affirming for. You know, circumstances will unfold in every area of your life. Amazing things when you talk like this, when you practice talking like this. It's not that we only want to attract love in our life. We are love. We have to know that we are love, and when we speak those loving words and those amazing words, the energy within shifts, and then you really, really, really feel that yes, I am love, and I attract who I am. I am experiencing who I am, which is love. All right, guys. So please let me know in the comments section if you have any tips on how to stop spiraling. Let me know of your thoughts. I love your inputs. That always gives me more material to discuss further with you guys. Again, my name is Caroline. I know I'm not showing my face today. It's all right. I am available for one-on-one coaching. You have the description in the box below, the link to the coaching and the courses, the affirmation tracks, hypnosis, thought transmission, rampages, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching or for listening today. Don't forget to hit that like button, and if you have not yet, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much, and I will see you next week.